Hey guys, and welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I have a visitor with me today. This is my great nephew Eli. I don't look old enough to have a great nephew Eli, but I do. And he is a great nephew. He is a great nephew. So today we're having a party tonight. We're having one of those Scentsy parties, you know, like the Tupperware Mary Kay type party, but it's for good smelly stuff. So I'm making stuff for the party, and today Eli's hanging out with me, so we're going to make a lemon pound cake. Now my lemon pound cake has been passed down for many years. My grandma made it, my mama made it, I make it, I think your mama makes it, and now my daughter Caroline makes it. And soon, and now Eli's going to be making it. So we're getting started with a lemon pound cake. Y'all come join us. Okay guys, so what we're going to start out with is I'm going to get you turned down. You might not see me much. Hopefully you can see Eli some. Yeah. So we're going to get started. I'm going to move this out of the way here. And I've already measured out my Crisco. And I use Crisco, or I mean you can use the off-brand, the Walmart brand or whatever. The reason I went ahead and measured it out is because it was not going to be pretty, me trying to get it out of there. Yeah, this can has seen its better day. So, I'm just going to start with 1/4 cup of Crisco. And y'all, I know I can do this in my cake stand, my stand mixer. And it's actually just sitting right in the next room. But I just didn't feel like dragging it out because I'm trying to get cleaned up and ready for this party. And I didn't want to drag it out. All right, Eli, will you open the 2 butters wherever I put them? It calls for 2 sticks of butter. So he's going to open those up for me and put them right in here. And then we're going to get the hand mixer. I've just drug in a drop cord. And I'm just going to give this a quick mixing. You want everything to be at room temperature. I wish my butter was just a little bit softer. But that's okay. This really works better in a stand mixer because it gets really thick and the batter is going to come up my hand mixer. I just didn't want to drag it out. So we're going to well, let's go ahead and put our sugar in here. I've got 3 cups of sugar that we're going to put in here. 3 cups. And we're going to just go ahead and beat that. And Eli, if you want to start cracking the egg one at a time in that little bowl there. And as long as we don't have, and you can just stick the shells back here. I'll set this over here. Over here for you. And you can dump that in there and we'll beat it. And you want to beat your egg up. Each time you put an egg, you want to beat it. So that just incorporates everything good. You don't want to put all the eggs in at once. And I may have to get my stand mixer out, y'all. It sounds like it's getting tough on my... Of course, it'll loosen up once we add some liquid, more eggs. There's 2. That was number 2. And you want your eggs at room temperature as well. Here comes number 3. Do what? We do 5. Total of 5. Total of 5 eggs. I may not have said that.
That's going to be a problem.
Why?
There's only 4.
Right there.
That's the...
There's number 4.
Oh, that's number 4. I
Yep.
thought it was 3.
Yep, that's number 4. And number 5. And see, it's loosened up some. After each egg we put in, it loosens up. Alright, you just want to beat it really good. Now I'm just going to leave that sitting there for just right now. Here I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour. And I'm going to add to that a half a teaspoon of baking powder. A half a teaspoon of baking powder. And I'm just going to add that in. I kind of wish I had a deeper bowl so I could whisk it better. And I don't sift my flour, only because I have a really good whisk. It's kind of a double whisk. It's all the things are intertwined. It's not just one. It's by Pampered Chef, and so I think it kind of gets a good job of aerating the flour. I just should have used a bigger bowl to whisk my baking powder in with it. Okay. So Eli, what we're gonna do is, now a lot of recipes say to add them alternately, which I do, and then a lot of them say beginning and ending with the flour, or beginning and ending, I don't know what it says, but I don't think it matters what you begin and end with as long as you're alternating, because you're just wanting to incorporate things well and mix it up well. So I'm gonna add a little bit of the flour and beat it. And then you're going to add a little bit of the milk and I'll beat it. So we're going to alternate back and forth, me and you. So I'm going to put a little bit of the flour in. Let me beat it a little bit. So I'm taking time to incorporate the flour and the baking powder into my cake batter. And this is a cup of milk, but we're not going to put it all. We're just going to put a little bit at a time. You can do a little more. That's good. I know this is probably shaking the camera, y'all, and I'm sorry. I'll try to hold it up. All right, let's put a little bit more flour. This to me is my specialty cake, is my lemon pound cake. And I really can't call it mine because it was my grandma's. And then it was my mama's. Alright, let's put a little bit of milk. About half of what's left. That's good. And I'm going in with the rest of the flour. Alright, Eli's going to go in with the rest of the milk. And it's getting full, so that might splatter a little bit. So I'm going to kind of punch it down and start it off on low. so I don't end up wearing all the pound cake. And I'm going to turn it on high and just beat it really well. I'm going to take a minute and scrape the sides down of my bowl. Y'all, my oven is preheated to 350. However, I want you to take note that that will change when we put the cake in. Right now it is preheated to 350. All right, I'm going to give it another beating. Okay, now for our flavoring. Last thing goes in. Yep. I'll do, it don't matter whichever one you want me to do first. This is going to be a lemon pound cake. So, I do a heaping tablespoon. And actually, when you're doing liquid, a heaping tablespoon is a tablespoonful and you spill a little extra. So, there's the, and then I spilled a little. And I put the same amount. Will you open that for me? Thank you. I need him in the kitchen with me more often. And I do the same thing with the vanilla. And we're going to beat it one last time, and then we'll get our pan ready. You just want to be sure all your flavors are good and incorporated. It's a little bit easier for me with the hand mixer to get everything off the sides because I can take it and rub the sides with my mixer. But it takes a little bit more upper arm strength. All right. Whoops. I'm flinging it. And I'm doing this just to get the batter off the... Whoops. Y'all want to see the best part? That's the best part. Right there. And yes, I know there's eggs in it. But these eggs were, the yolk was together. It's fine. But if you're worried about that, then by all means, don't lick the spatula or the beaters. All right. So, let's get our pan ready. Now, y'all know if you've watched me any at all, you know that I love the bacon spray. And I've had so many people ask me about that. Used to, I would do the Crisco. I mean, I would rub it all down with Crisco. I would take flour and bump it around and get flour. But with this being a bundt pan with all these little crevices, it's hard to get the Crisco and the flour in every area that it needs to be in. So, there's nothing that works better than this. And this is from Aldi. This is from Aldi. It's baking spray. And it's got the flour in it already. So, I'm going to stand right here. Not over my sink, but I'm going to stand right here. And I'm just going to show you. And I put it in very liberally. I get the spout good. And I'm being sure to get every area. And it is covered with baking spray. And so now, I'm going to turn you back down so you can see. I have a helper today, but sometimes I don't have a helper. And so I just let the cake start pouring, and I just take my other hand and turn the cake pan. Look, see? It's so much better when you have a helper turning it for you. And just because he's helped me so good, he gets to lick the bowl too. He says, yes. Score. a little in there. All right. And I just take my spatula, kind of smooth it out on top. Y'all, I gotta do this. I'm sorry. I had to lick my finger. Alright, so here we go. We're going in the oven. It goes in for an hour and a half, but I've preheated my oven to 350. There are pound cakes out there that people put them in a cold oven. They start them out in a cold oven. Mine does not do that. You preheat it to 350 and then you turn it down. As soon as you put it in, you turn it down to 325, set the timer for an hour and a half, and then we're gonna have delicious pound cake. So it's going in. Whoops, I'm sorry, you had it for me. There we go. I'm gonna turn it down. 325, start. And we're gonna set the timer for 90 minutes. And we're soon gonna have good pound cake. So now's the fun part, the cleaning up time. He gets to lick the bowl while I clean up. Y'all have a great day. We'll be back in a little bit. Okay guys, so Eli has left me, but his sister Riley has joined me, and she's going to get to help me taste the cake. So it is out of the oven, and it's been cooling for a little bit. I can hold it, and we're going to turn it out onto the cake plate. Bryant's at home. He came in from raking hay, and we're out of milk. Oops. Yes, we're out of milk.
We have a problem.
We have a problem. Oops. Okay, y'all, so this is how I turn out a cake. I just put the cake plate on top of it.
We have a major problem.
Why did you mess up a glass? I have plastic cups. Okay, here we go. Dun da da da. La, la. All right, let's get a knife. It's still warm, y'all.
It don't matter.
I
don't have milk.
I drank it with Pepsi.
It's a cardinal sin not to have milk. I mean, she might die and go to hell if she don't get me some milk. You know what I mean?
Riley!
She knows I'm picking.
He's calling me a sinner because I ain't got milk. Okay, y'all, I want you to see how fluffy and soft that is. Oh my goodness. All right, who's going to taste it first?
Well, same time.
Yeah.
You break half, I break half. Right? Go. That's delicious, ain't it?
Is it good?
Yep.
All right, I gotta get a bite. Look, she's going in for more.
It'd be better if I had milk.
Mm-hmm.
You want milk too? They both want milk. What's wrong with this family? Milk's gross.
You turn it up?
Nope, it's still going.
Dr. Pepper. Alright, Mom, what you gonna tell them?
Y'all, that cake is so good. It is so soft, so airy, so fluffy. Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it really good? Poor Eli. He had to help make it, but he didn't get to taste it. We'll save him a piece. But y'all, thank you for watching The Farming Pastor's Wife. Isn't she cute? She takes after her aunt.
Tell them it's your great niece.
It is my great niece. I told him Eli was my great niece. I mean, my great nephew. And nobody can believe that because I'm not old enough to be a great aunt. But I have great niece and nephew. And they are wonderful. They are really great. So, I'm a great aunt too, right? So, alright. Thank y'all for watching The Farming Pastor's Wife. Riley and I say goodbye. And remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.